Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are making another squash recipe. I love squash. I like vegetables, any type of vegetable, any way, shape, or form. I love it, especially when you're sauteing it with some other good things to go with it. It is absolutely amazing. I already have a few squash recipes on here that I think that you're gonna love. If you haven't watched them, go back and look at them, because there's just so many different ways you can make squash, and it's one of my favorite vegetables. Just one of them. And if you don't know what yellow squash is, this is them. Very simple and easy and to cook. And they're still, you know, they're not that pricey in the grocery store. Actually, if you go to the bigger chains, they're like really cheap. But my local grocery store charged me like $5 for 3 of them. So I'm a little, you know, pissed off about that. But it is what it is. They are, we're getting into the summer season. Well, we're soon to be getting in the summer season, and there's just going to be an abundance of them, and you're just going to be able to get them like dirt cheap, and they're so good. They're healthy, and like I said, they're versatile. You can make them so many different ways, and today I'm going to share with you another one of my favorite ways to make it. I've already got my squash here. We're going to use these squash. I've already washed them. But you know what? It's hard to believe what you buy in a grocery store, what you find in the grocery store sometimes. These are just little brown spots. It's going to be perfectly all right. We're going to cook it anyway because I like it. I'm going to use a couple green onions. I've got some little mini Bella mushrooms. I've got aroma tomato. We're going to use some garlic. We're going to use a few spices to go along with this. So what you're going to do is, everything is already washed and clean. So what I'm going to do is just get these cut up and get them on my plate here. I'm going to cut the ends off. And like I said, you know, summer is coming, and there's just going to be an abundance of these things. I like to cut mine a little thick. I don't like them like paper thin, because I like to have a little bite to them. I probably will go ahead and use both of them, since I'm cutting them so thick. These are so good. There's a recipe already on here. One of my all-time favorites, how my mom used to cook it. She would chop them up in like little, she'd just dice them up, and then she would mix it with onions, a little bit of cornmeal, and I'm telling you what, it's absolutely amazing. Right on our plate. Look at that. I went to the Dollar Tree for the first time last week. Never been in the Dollar Tree. Shame on me. And my husband, and he's so weird. He has to eat off of plastic plates. He's not a fan of glass plates. So I found this beautiful for only $1. So I like it. I like it. I don't know why he's like that, but who knows. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut up a couple onions here. These are just green onions. We're just going to cut those up. My knife needs sharpened. You know what? I should have got my cutting board out for all you cutting board people who's like, where's your cutting board? We're going to empty our little mushrooms out here. We're going to put these right in here. I'm going to put them right in that bowl. I don't believe in washing more dishes than you have to. And then we're just going to cut the stems off of these mushrooms, and then we're just going to cut them right in half. That's all we're going to do with those, because I like mine to be a little chunky. I like to have a nice big bite. I like to have a nice big bite of things. Then we're just going to go ahead and dice our tomato as well. I might have to use another tomato. We'll see. I like to dice these kind of, you know, not too big, not too little, not too big, not too little. Now all we need is a nice clove of garlic. Garlic complements anything. Am I right? I put garlic in my garlic. Just nice little pieces. Alright, we are going to start this off with a little bit of olive oil. I've got my pan on about medium. Just maybe a tablespoon or so. I don't know, that's quite a bit of veggies, isn't it? We might have to add a little bit more. Just eyeball it. And we're going to do a couple tablespoons of butter. I like butter and olive oil. for my garlic, for my squash. Because I like it nice and buttery, and you know, I like a little bit of hint of olive oil as well. So we're going to bring this up, let the butter start melting just a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and throw my garlic in there. Look at that. Look at all that deliciousness. Now, another thing that I like about this, I like it just like this as is, as a side dish. Or you could make you some pasta and put it right over your pasta, rice or whatever. When I used to diet many years ago, you know, until I accepted me for who I am, I would do something, throw something like this together, and I'd throw it like over a brown rice, and it was absolutely amazing. But this in itself is low carb, so if you're doing low carb, if you're trying to watch your carbs, trying to watch your calorie intake, it's absolutely, look at that mushroom trying to get away. It's going to be absolutely perfect for you. Let's go ahead and toss our garlic in there, because we're going to want to allow that garlic to flavor all of our other stuff in there, right? And we're just going to season this up as well with a little bit of extra goodness. Maybe we're going to throw a little bit of onion flakes in there, maybe some onion salt, just a little bit of garlic powder, what have you. Throw whatever you want to throw in there. You know, I'm all about delicious food. All about delicious food. And that's one thing that you guys are always guaranteed to get here is some amazing recipes. You know the background. My mama was a delicious, delicious cook. And that's just one of the things that I am so grateful for that she handed down to me. Was knowing how to make my way around the kitchen. You know what? I probably should have used a bigger pan for this, but hey, it is what it is. It's going to cook up nicely. Oh, I just love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. I apologize if I didn't have the veggies in before my camera shut off. Not really sure why, but there you go. Lots of black pepper. Y'all know my love for black pepper. We're going to use some salt. And then we're also going to season this up with, we're going to add a little, I know. Don't be judging. I like a little bit of garlic powder as well, even though I've got the garlic. Oh my gosh. Like I said, this is amazing. Throw it over a rice dish. Big old bowl of rice, and you are in there. You are in there. And I'm going to add just a little bit of onion flakes as well, just because I like them. I like them. Don't judge. I think I add these to everything. And we're just going to saute this up until my squash is to the consistency that I like. And it's probably not going to take but just a couple minutes, maybe 5 or 6 at that. Look at that, nice and beautiful and getting brown. Look at that. That's how I like my squash, getting nice and golden brown on the sides there. This smells absolutely amazing. It is done to the way I like it. So what we're going to do is, look at that. I made a mess all over my stove, but you know what? That's all right. We're going to top this with just a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Not a whole lot. You don't need a whole lot. Just going to add an extra little saltiness to it, and it's just going to ensure that, you know, your squash gets nice and brown too. Look at that deliciousness. Look at that. I can't wait to dig in. Y'all know I'm going to burn myself, right? Let me tell you something else. You can top this with a little bit of crumbled bacon. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The girl who doesn't learn. I'll never learn. I don't care. I don't care. It is what it is. the sweetness of the summer squash. It has just a little bit of sweetness to it, just a slight tiny bit when you cook it. And you pair it with the tomatoes, the mushrooms, the onions, the garlic. It is absolutely phenomenal. And just a couple little shakes of Parmesan cheese just takes it right over the top, if you know what I mean. It is so good, so delicious. It's healthy. You can't beat that. You know I love you guys so very much. You know I love you. You know I appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.